What's going on, guys? Fantasy champs here. Let's hope we can make some champs this year. We are doing a ESPN 10-team head-to-head standard redraft mock, and we are number 8 on the board. We are the 8th pick in my big money league, where the pot can get all the way up to 3,000. If you guys have watched the last video, I've been trying out some formulas. I'm really liking the running back, quarterback. I just really like doing that. And then on my next pick, kind of going wide receiver or tight end, or wide receiver, and rely on later guys like Pitts, Gesicki, Tanyan, Logan Thomas, maybe Troutman from the Saints. Been hearing big sleeper news, but let's see who's going here. Of course, McCaffrey. You see, in my league, Travis Kelce is not going to go here. He needs to be going like after 20. Gronk used to go like 17, 18, 20 range when he was putting up like 17 touchdowns with like 1,000 yards. So I don't know why ESPN does ADP rankings instead of actual rankings. So it's very weird to have a guy that is projected that and a guy that's projected 44 more points and he's above him, but you know. But we have, in my real draft, I'm hoping Rodgers plays, so I can at least get Aaron Jones at 8, worst case scenario. Hoping also Barkley could be there, Jonathan Taylor. Basically, I'm lucky enough to be able to get one of those guys. It should be McCaffrey, Cook, Henry, Kamara, maybe throw Chubb in there. Where's Chubb? He's kind of sneaking up the draft boards here. So right here, I don't think Zeke will realistically be here. Yeah, Zeke would have went right there where Kelce went. And let's just say, realistically, Taylor went where Jones went, or even Saquon, to where I'm going to go Saquon here. And that all would depend on if he's fully healthy. This isn't best ball. I'm just specifically just mocking here, just to kind of show you guys, some strategies I've been looking at. But we have JT going, then Chubb, very realistic. That's what I try to do, and I urge people to, take this approach. Try to draft realistically. Don't draft people that you feel in your league like your league mates are going to draft, and that's not going to be there, because it's not going to help you out come real draft time. You're going to be having this bomb team, and you're going to get to the real draft and be like, oh man, these guys are getting sniped, these guys are getting taken, and it can mess up your draft. So I'm a big believer in running back. Do you like Clyde here? Do you like Eckler? I think I'm going to go Clyde. Clyde is a bit of a risky pick. A bit risky, but also he has a lot of upside. They have 2 new linemen, I believe, that they traded for. Maybe not both, but they also have Orlando Brown and this other guy. His last name's like Niang or something like that. Basically, they have 4 very good new linemen, and some of their linemen opted out last season because COVID. So I was doing the math. I believe Clyde averaged, I think it was either 10.2 or 10.7 points per game last year. So if my RB2 on, I'd say a bit of a down year for Clyde can average, 10, and they have a better O-line, I think that he should be a solid RB2 there. Maybe get some more passing to him. Could be a 1,500-yard player, throw in maybe 7 touchdowns, maybe if you're lucky, 12, if he has a great year. But yeah, that's what I like. I also like Dobbins as the RB2. Just number 1 run offense, starting running back. It just doesn't make sense in my opinion. Everyone's drafting him like late 3rd, early 4th. I would gladly draft him at 13. It might be crazy, but I mean, look at the dude's yards per carry. It's the number 1 rushing offense. Like, you want the running back for the number 1 rushing offense. And if he's your RB2 and as talented as he is, it just makes sense. I'm looking here. Man, this is beautiful. I get lucky with Swift or Monty. Monty went, so very realistic. I'm really liking the draft here. I will gladly, not even going to bat an eye, put Swift at my flex here. I was actually fading him, but man, I was watching his tape. The guy reminds me of Reggie Bush. Like, just elusive, quick, cutting. Like, the dude's talented, and I think Goff checks down a lot to him. Goff isn't mobile, so I think he's going to check down to him. And what you can do is just handcuff Jamal Williams later and lock up that backfield. I haven't done too much research into their line, but a lot of people are saying their line is highly upgraded. Darrell Henderson sneaking up could be a good flex for people possibly, but I'm going to do my strat that I've been doing. We're going to lock up the scoring basically for the Chiefs to where anytime the Chiefs score, I should pretty much score because I have the air locked up and I have the ground locked up. It's a strategy that I experienced last year and I loved it. I had Aaron Rodgers, Adams, and Aaron Jones, and I just got lucky with the Packers being like the number one offense. So it was pretty fun. I think they averaged like 33 points a game. Could be wrong, just spitballing here, but I think I remember seeing that. But it was pretty fun because every time they drove down there, I was getting points, and sometimes, Rodgers was getting 7 and Adams was getting 7. I was getting stacks and double dips. It was really fun. Sometimes Rodgers would be throwing it to Aaron Jones. So I'm going to be looking to do that this year with, possibly if I went Dobbins here, then I probably would have went Lamar here. Lamar has a lot of upside. I really love the rushing. He has new weapons. I think he has a big year. I think he has a really big year. But, some of the guys I was looking at, like if I were to got Eckler here, maybe wait and go for Herbert, Swift. I'm not going to get Danny Jones here or whatever. Yeah. Really looking for elite upside, so Mahomes, Dak, or Lamar. Kyler's really good too, like huge rushing upside, and the dude could finish number 1. I like to go for guys I like too. Like I love watching Mahomes. I just love sometimes when he has 3 touchdowns in the first half. I just love it. But yeah, if you want Kyler, if he's your guy, go for it. But we're gonna go probably. I mean, in my opinion, these wide receivers here, I think it drops off at about. I think after Juju, I consider Juju like a wide receiver too, but pretty much after that, it's pretty much trash. So I'm gonna probably. See, this is what's awesome. If you have Dobbins here and you have Lamar here, like if somebody took Mahomes and snipes you, you could have Andrews, Dobbins, and Lamar. So, you're going to get a lot of those double dips thrown in there. And honestly, with all the receivers here and Andrews, I would consider the last tight end 1. Pitts could definitely be that. All these other guys, they've never really proven it. Mark Andrews can easily finish top 3, top 5. So I'm actually going to go Andrews here. CeeDee Lamb, great pick there. Very realistic pick. Yeah, all these guys, I'm going to go Andrews here just because it's getting slim at tight end. And I'm pretty confident with if I could get Lockett or Ayuk from a wide receiver 1, I'll be happy with that. I wouldn't mind even grabbing Odell from a wide receiver 1. He had some good games last year. He will maybe get injured, but it's the risk I'll take. If he does stay healthy, he'll have some explosive games where he will win you weeks. Some weeks where he has 130 yards, 2 touchdowns. But okay, as we can see, so got the weakest spots we have is wide receiver, and I've learned that we can kind of stream that more than we can stream. Okay, so this is perfect. So we're going to take Lockett, actually. Feel good about that. Lockett gets a lot of 1,000-yard seasons with 10 touchdowns. Now with Metcalf there, you can take some of the pressure off of him and, have him as a solid number 2. It's not a super strong wide receiver, but I'm just looking at, Mahomes, quarterback 1, RB1, I'd say low RB1, tight end 1. I'd consider Swift a low RB1. And then Lockett, high wide receiver 2? No, maybe not high. No, not high. I think Evans is like high wide receiver 2 or Godwin. So wide receiver 2, it's a little weak. We could have went. What guys went? So when CeeDee Lamb went, I would have liked to get Cooper there where I got Andrews, but the only guys we would have got were DJ Moore instead of Andrews. So it's like when I pick again, can I get a DJ Moore type guy? I think I can. Claypool, Higgins, Chase, Sutton, Juju. I'd consider all of them the same as DJ Moore just because crappy quarterback, crappy offense. The guy, he's good. He's just like people were slobbering over him last year, taking him in like the 3rd and the 4th, and I just didn't make sense to me. I was like, this guy's not that good, but it showed. I can't click him, but he wasn't that great. He didn't have that many touchdowns, but liking the team here. I'm trying to think. The only other thing that I would have done differently, or that I'm gonna experiment with, is going wide receiver there instead of Andrews. The only thing, Lockett and Ayuk would be great, or even like Lockett Chase, or what would be fun is doing Chase Higgins. That would be pretty sweet, actually. That would be pretty fun. Almost 1,006 touchdowns. That is pretty good. He only played 80% of the snaps. Could see 7-8 targets per game. I kind of like that strategy, actually, man. Chase and Higgins. You're locking up a lot of the air in Cincinnati, and I think they're going to be down and passing a lot. Don't mind that strategy at all. But that's just something to think about there on the turn. If you are picking 8, you could go wide receiver if there's 2 studs there. And then tight end wise, you could maybe grab, maybe if Pitts was there still, could maybe grab Gronk. You could maybe gamble with Fant again. If A-Rod plays, you could take Tanyan. The dude did have 11 touchdowns. You could grab Goddard. You could, these guys are a bit risky. That's just the thing. Like, you could take a risk on Trotman. You could take a risk on, hell, you could grab Ertz really late since he's so far down there. You could, Eric Ebron, 5 touchdowns, nothing special. Ingram, this guy was a stud before. Just doesn't get the touchdowns. That's the thing. Like, you could go Gesicki also. That's just the thing. Like, kind of glad I just went Andrews. I don't have to worry about my tight end putting up like 2 or 3 points. Granted, Andrews did do that last year, but he can have those high tight end 1 weeks. So here, I will be glad to get either Chase or Higgins. Preferably, I would like to get Chase here. Claypool, not bad either. 870 with 9. That's actually really good. So Javonte Williams is actually a great pick there. Let me just double check running backs who's there. Man, Mostert for your bench running back? No. We're just going to fill out the roster here. We're just going to fill it out and grab Chase. Wide receiver 3, 6 foot, 201. Since 2005, the 6 receivers picked up were top 30 fantasy series rookies. That's a good stat to know. And then pretty much here, I think I'm just going to stack running backs. Would love to get Mostert here, and we did get him. See, I was going to go Mostert, but I figured Chase would get taken. So pretty much here, I'm probably just going to take a bunch of running backs. I play in a league with a defense, so I do like to get an advantage of, let me just double check this real quick. I do like to get an advantage of having a number 1 defense like the Steelers, the Ravens, or the 49ers. Ooh, Steelers are nice. 147. That's like having Lockett at my defense basically. 125 is not bad. I mean, 150 like that's like it's a freaking RB2 at your defense spot, you know. I don't necessarily like defenses, but we play with them, you know. Sometimes I'll throw one in there. Need to check on Fuller. He will be out for. I guess we can't look at that, but Fuller, staying away from him. Could blow up, you know, but I'm just staying away from him. Team's looking pretty balanced overall. One thing you also can look at is projections. Like if you go to sleeper.com, ESPN, I don't think they show it. I've been looking for it. But like Mahomes is like projected 27 a game. Barkley's projected 16. Clyde's projected 13. I think Lockett's projected 9. Chase, I think probably like 8. Andrews is 9 or 10. And I believe Swift is like 10. So you can kind of, you know, project it and add up the points. Like if we had 27, 37, 42, 52, 55, 65, 64, plus 8 is 72, 82, 92, 93. So plus all the extras, so let's say 95. So 95 plus, let's say, like 7. So that's 102 plus a kicker, 10. So, I mean, this team would be projected like 112. You know, let's just drop 2 points off being conservatively. 110 in standard. That's really strong. So, you know, I'm going to probably screenshot this team and just because, you know, doing the math on that, like, that's really strong, you know. Damn, I'm getting better. Like, some of my teams are projected like 98, 101, 95, you know, 102 if I'm lucky. But realistically, this team is projected that high. Like, even on a conservative basis, like 107 week 1. So you'd be one of the top 3 teams, possibly top 2. Here, I'm going to take a... See, actually what I should have done there, I just got caught in the moment. I would have probably went like Melvin Gordon or I mean, it's not a bad pick there. I'm big on, if you haven't seen my video, I like Antonio Brown. I just want to grab him just to see what he can do. He was on track. If he had a full season, he would have had 950 plus yards with 8 touchdowns on 90 receptions. That's low. I mean, wide receiver 2. You know, let's not hype him up too much. But here, I will probably grab like one more running back. Maybe Drake's been on some people's radars here. We will get David Johnson. 691, man. Flirt with RB2 numbers, huh? We're gonna go Melvin Gordon here. Just kind of safe, you know, starting running back. That was a tricky situation there for me. Like, there's a lot of running backs there. Not really. I mean, you can grab Brown there. I think that's a perfect spot to grab him at. Even grabbing him where Smith's at. That's probably what I'll do in my real life draft here. But all these running backs are pretty solid. Like, I wouldn't mind having him. I do have to handcuff Jamal Williams. I really want Carter, really want Sermon, and that's it. So, yeah. Really want... See, I like the strategy of locking up Mostert and Sermon. Getting Carter, they just came out, the beat reporter saying he is the 1A. So, you know, grab him, late guy. You know, like, some of these guys are going to come out week 1. Like, it could be A.J. Dillon. Like, he could have 12 carries. He could have Ron Jones. He could have, like, 18 carries. David Johnson could have, like, 17 carries. Carter could have 18 carries. Sermon could have, like, 12. You don't know, so, like, my tip, my strategy, like I'm just grabbing these guys. I don't want tons of receivers. I want maybe my two solid guys that I'm just gonna start every week, and then maybe one or two down here that I'll switch out. Because you can always trade these guys. I could, if I have all this plethora of running backs down here, if I have Ronald Jones, David Johnson, Michael Carter, Trey Sermon, if one of them are doing all right, I could pair them. Let's say I did Ronald Jones and Ty Lockett, and I traded for like what's a fair trade? Um, Traded for maybe I got like Thielen or I'm just throwing scenarios out there. But you want those options on here. Like, you don't want extra tight ends. You don't want extra quarterbacks. Just go for these running backs that if they hit, you have great trade value. There might be a guy high on Chase, and a guy, he might need a running back, and you throw him Mostert and Chase, and maybe you get like a Julio Jones. Something like that. Maybe even an AJ Brown. And people are gonna have holes in their teams, and if you can fill that with trades, then David Johnson fell to us. We were just gonna take him, best on the board there. Could get hurt, could suck, but he's like my running back running back 6, so not really worried. Jamal Williams. In a real draft there, I would have actually went Jamal Williams. So, yeah, the reason why is because I forgot I have Swift. This is the first time I've ever mocked Swift because I started liking him last night. Forgot I had him, so I would actually cuff him right there, grab Jamal Williams, just so if he goes down, he goes in. I don't have to worry about trading or upgrading this position at all. So we're just going to act like we still have him there, and here I'm going to go Sermon. I'm going to go Sermon earlier just because Michael Carter, I think he's on less people's radars. So watch out. There could be, a couple teams, couple guys in your leagues that are looking for Sermon, and, they take him a bit early there. But yeah, overall, let's pull up this real quick. And what we want to do is just to double check the points, like I was telling you guys. Let's see real quick. So yeah, Mark Andrews. So yeah, see, week 1 he's projected 10, projected 9, 10. It actually goes down a bit to the 6s, 7s. Not bad though. Very strong up front. Like I said, we have the 10, and then we go, and what I'm doing right here is I'm just adding up those points and showing y'all the projection of what my team's projection would be. Did somebody draft Lockett and I'm not seeing it? Where's Lockett at? Okay. Oh, I drafted him. This was my team. What? What are the chances? We drafted Lockett and Chase in this one too. So if we show his player card, he's projected 9, 10, 10, 12, 11, 11, 12. Damn. Projected higher than I thought. I shaved some points off of those projections just to, not cap. Projected. Damn, Lockett's projected that good? What? Why is there no projections on him? That's weird. That is very weird. But I would consider him like 7 and 8. So, and then who else did we had? Oh yeah, we had Clyde. Just want to show you his projections here. 14, 15. Oh wait, that was okay. Wait, man, I'm messing this up. This was last year. This is so dumb. The realistic ones though, like Clyde was 13. 13 projected. I don't know why it shows on my phone. It shows the projections for 2021. But Lockett was. I'm gonna actually double check on my phone right now just to give y'all accurate information. So we're gonna go to wide receivers. We're gonna scroll down to to Tyler Lockett. And week 1, he's projected 9, 9, 8, 8, 9, 8, 9, 9. So, yeah. So, I mean, this team, man, right here. Oh, somebody took Michael Carter. Damn. See, there's some people still in here. All players. I want to grab Antonio Brown. And, yep, he is gone. So here I'm going to draft Gage just because he should be the number 2. Should be the number 2, but, we'll see. Also, random note, Arthur Smith, run-heavy coach, the Atlanta coach. So he could, Mike Davis could be a solid pick here, but we're wrapping it up here. Just wanted to go check out Swift's projections too. Okay, he's actually projected higher than the 10. It's 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 11, 13. So Swift's going up on my radar. I really hope to get him as a flex. But yeah, this team overall, I mean, Mahomes 27, Barkley 16, Edwards 13, Lockett 10, Chase, let's say 7, 10, 12. Teams projected over like 110, with the defense with, 8 and 10 here. Solid team. Hope you guys liked it. If you have any questions, put them in the comments and I will go in depth to answer them, break it down, give you my perspective. And yeah, if you liked it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and let's keep growing the channel. Other than that, let's make some fantasy champs this year. Peace.